Hey everybody, it's Mary at Yard Art or Us. We're gonna do an amazing cross. I'm gonna show you how to do the floral cross. I did a live the other day where the cross looked like this. Okay, so this is the same cross. And what I'm gonna do today is I'm gonna show you how to make it look like this. If that's you, hey Karen, how are you? We're gonna make this, right, look like this today. Okay, that's what I'm gonna be attempting to do. But I've gotta see, hey Debbie, can you do me a favor? Can you share this to the Painters Club? So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to start with my letters. I decided I'm gonna do, oh, first of all, let me say this, because first things first. I did a coat of white, and then I did a coat of yellow. So once I had my white and it dried, then I did a base coat of light yellow and it dried, and then you can see I shaded it, didn't I? And of course I let that dry before I came on today. Hey everybody, hey Debbie, hey Trisha, hey Tammy. Trisha, thank you so much for being, what is the word, patient with me and all my template issues. It's like, all right, thank you Debbie. Debbie said she shared it. Some reason, Debbie, my share button is gone. So I've done it to make it look like this. And then we're gonna go today to make it look like, hold on a minute. I've got my piece of paper right here. We're gonna make it look like this. I'm just gonna freehand some flowers on there. But before I do that, what I did is I went ahead and did my shading first. And the reason I did that is because when I come and put my flowers in a little bit, I want my flowers to look like they're on top. So that's the method behind my madness. I hope you guys are in for a good weekend coming up. I'm kind of looking forward to it because I need some rest. And I think what I'm gonna do, I have a graduation to go to tomorrow in Beaumont. But I think after that I'm gonna kind of come home and chill and not do a whole lot because it's, you know, it's the whole Memorial Day type thing weekend. And y'all, I think we're gonna have customers out at the shop, you know, which is a good thing. But you just really don't ever know. And we have really been, I can tell y'all, because y'all know what we do for a living. We have been really struggling around here. Our, okay, I got a little bit too much water in this red paint, y'all. I'm struggling with this red paint, so I got too much water in here. So we've been struggling around here, y'all, because we have, like most people who produce or manufacture anything, and I'm gonna say in America, but it's probably global, is we're having issues with MDO, getting MDO. Now the normal folks that we've gotten MDO from for probably 10 years, something like that, their source comes out of Canada. Well, I didn't realize it, y'all, but Canada's been shut down and evidently is still shut down from COVID. So basically that source has dried up totally. They're not making MDO. They do not know when they will start making MDO. They hope one day in the future that they will. Well, you can imagine what that does around here because that's all we use. So yesterday afternoon, Ashley's husband and Zach and myself, you know, we're over here because he and I are the ones kind of trying to come up with a game plan and calling everybody that we can possibly think of to try to get MDO. We have MDO right this very second, but what's concerning is as we move forward and into our real busy season, or will we have it when we need it, you know? So you can imagine we have all been running around calling everybody in the whole wide world. Yeah, yeah, we all need a rest. Oh, isn't that the truth? So I plan on going to a graduation and then just kind of chilling after that. So yesterday afternoon, I spent hours on the phone with different folks that I've done business with over the years. And here's what they're telling me. First of all, you get what you get when you get it. Second of all, if you want anything, you go ahead and pay for it today with the promise that they will get it to you when they can. And here's the thing, y'all, if you don't pay for it today and you wait, then by the time that product hits Houston, because it comes from, I think it's starting out in This particular supplier, I think they're starting out in California, coming in. Well, those ports are still closed down in California, so they may be going to different ports. Anyway, if you don't, they've got it in the system, but if I don't go ahead and pay for it, then by the time that stuff hits the dock in Houston, more than likely somebody else has already paid for it, and I'll get nothing. So yesterday was kind of painful to shell out a bunch of money without any idea. Hey, Mary Kay, how are you? Hey, Jane, I'm glad y'all are hanging out with me. I'm over here telling people the woes. Y'all, I have many woes, but anyway, one of them is dealing with trying to get MDO. And so, because as y'all know, if we don't have MDO, that's not gonna be good. So I've been talking to some people that I haven't done business with in a long time, but I can, because my normal supplier just will not even quote me anything. No, that's all they tell me is no. Because they're coming out of Canada, and they say Canada's shut down. And like Debbie said, maybe because of weather too. So yesterday I was on the phone doing all kinds of fancy talking and everything in the world. And I paid for a bunch of MDO that I know I will get, but I don't know when. So that was kind of like, okay, But if I didn't pay for it, then that would be for sure I would never get it. I'm putting a lot of red on here in case y'all can't tell. And so we've been kind of stressed out around here. And, but the good news is the stuff that I did supposedly buy, and the reason I say supposedly, y'all, I gave them the money, but I have no idea when it's coming in, except they're going to try to get it to me soon, whatever that means. But I guess the good news is that part is, I guess you could say the good news is I got somebody to, I was going to place a really big order, like 600 or 700 sheets, but they wouldn't take that order. They would only let me order up to 200. Well, 200 is not going to last me very long. And so they said, here's what we'll do. We'll take your order for the 200, and then as soon as they open ordering back up, you know, they won't let me order 600 and something sheets, which would make me feel better if they did, but you know, they didn't go for that. They said as soon as that, we'll accept this order, and then we'll keep an eye on you, and maybe in a week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks, we can accept another order for another 200 sheets. So I don't know, y'all. I don't know. I'm going to turn this down just a little bit so y'all can kind of see a little bit better on what I'm doing. And I can honestly say, you know, I think most people probably feel this way. We've done what we've done for a long time as far as yard art and all that, and we've never seen it like this, y'all, never. And the poly furniture that we carry has had a 20% increase. And, you know, polys can be, the price can be on up there. So when you're talking about 20% increase on something that costs $500, $600, $700, $800, $900, or $1,000, you know, that's a lot of money. And then the issue with that too is that we can't even get it. You know, we can order it, but they don't tell us when we'll get it. And then the customers get mad at us. They were all mad yesterday. We had a bunch of customers mad at us because we couldn't give them a better turnaround time. And we're like, please, believe me, we would love to give you a better turnaround time. So, and then I hear that they're having chips that go in these and making cars. Those are in short supply. So, you know, new car sales are not as good as what they've been because they can't make the cars. Y'all, it's all messed up. And I don't know what to do except get up every day and do what I can. So I am thinking we live in some interesting times. This is going to be interesting, y'all. So I've got a coat of white and then a coat of yellow on here on my cross, and then I shaded in the shading yellow, and then I put my letters on. I'm almost done with the letters, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold on a minute. I'm going to freehand some flowers on here. So that's what I'm going to, that's my brilliant plan, y'all. I love this cross because it's simple. You don't even have to I put blue streaks on the other one. But if you wanted to do that, or you could just do it just like what I have here with the words and nothing else, you don't have to put flowers on it. I'm going to put flowers on it because I'm just going to kind of show y'all how easy that would be if you wanted to do that. But you don't even have to put flowers. You can just leave it just like it is right here and it would be beautiful. Okay, I'm almost done with these red letters. Yes. Okay, I've got this this round brush. It looks like a script liner. It's probably an old worn out one. This is red. That's a good question, Debbie. This is that number 20 red for the letters. Okay, let me show y'all. So if you wanted to leave this cross just like this, you could put some white highlights on it and it would still be pretty and ready to go. But I'm gonna show you guys what I'm gonna do as far as just kind of freehanding some flowers. Now when I say freehanding some flowers, it's not gonna be anything too difficult, I can promise you. I've got a picture over here just because I've already done this. I want to make sure I kind of follow that picture because I think this is the picture I put on the listing. So yes, Debbie, this is red, not shading red. So I'm washing out my brush. Let me put a lid on this little guy. Looks like up here I had some sky blue. All right, so sky blue it's going to be. And all I'm going to do is kind of just, ooh, Lord, y'all. This thing is all messed up in here. There we go. Put a little bit of paint right up here. I'm going to take this brush and just kind of dab it. Put some paint on my brush. And I'm going to just do it like that. I really got too much paint on that brush. Hold on a second. All right, let me take some paint off of here. Now, you can see when I said painting flowers, I'm just painting something very basic and very simple. So I've got that, and then over here, I had coral on this edge. You can kind of see why I shaded it first so I could lay the flowers on top of it. So I've got my coral. I'm just gonna do the same thing right here. Just kind of do something like that on the edge. I like the idea that I don't have a lot of space on the inside of the cross, so I have to put my flowers kind of out here on the edge as if seemingly they're falling off the edge of the cross. That's kind of where I'm going with this in case y'all can't tell. All right, and I've got some pink. I'm gonna stop here in just a minute and do a little bit of blow drying so I can show y'all what I'm gonna do once this stuff gets a little bit dry. So just, and I'm just, over here is water and I'm just washing out this brush over and over again. And then I'm gonna do light purple about right here. Kind of go midway, if you will. Because I've got off the edge, off the corners right here and right here. So down here, I'm gonna leave that corner alone. And I'm just gonna put some right here, kind of going halfway down this run right here. And then you can do it like that. And it doesn't matter if your circles are perfect or any of that because you're fixing to put a lot of stuff on there. So that part really doesn't matter. But y'all, yay, it's the weekend. And I can tell graduation is coming up and everything because we went out to eat at well, we stopped at Gringo's today. No can do with that, y'all. We had to get back in the truck because there was too many people. Way too many folks. So then we said, okay, we'll just go get a hamburger. We went to Freddy's because we're in kind of a hurry by then. And y'all, there was a lot of people at the restaurant. It's like no matter which restaurant we went to, I think everybody's out for graduation and into school. Into school activities. You can't blame them. The kids are ready. Parents are ready. Teachers are ready. Especially with the kind of year that they've had with all the whole COVID thing. Okay, so this is the beginning of my flowers. It's just a matter of kind of painting some stuff on there, okay? Oh, was Pearline graduation this morning? Well, maybe that explains it, Debbie, because it's like, man, everybody was out. There was everybody everywhere. It's like, oh, my lens. Where did all these people come from? Maybe that explains it then, doesn't it? Okay, so I'm gonna put some pink up here. And I've got some in here, but I gotta put some water in here, y'all. This is not gonna work without some water. So, have you guys noticed the supply chain being jacked up of anything you're trying to buy? I mean, I just, of course I just buy stuff for my business and I don't really think about it. And then customers are mad at us, like, because we can't get them the poly furniture they want. And you're like, do they think we're not in business to sell things? We want to sell you poly furniture. If we had our way, we would, you know, have whatever we wanted whenever we wanted. But since life is not about us having our way, it is what it is. So, all right, let's try this again. I don't go to the grocery store. Usually Bruce does. And I hear that everybody's talking about how the groceries have gone up quite a bit too. My sister Connie's in there acting silly, y'all. We always sing old hee-haw songs, so that'll tell you how old we are. Okay, I'm just kind of doing some flower petals out here. That's all I'm doing. Then I'll kind of come in here and clean that up. Of course, I have a lot of paint on them, so we're gonna have to let that, I'll probably get the blow dryer after that here in just a second though. All right, so then we're gonna go back to, I think I did a sky blue over here. Let me get some of this blue out of here. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna use a medium blue simply because that's what I got in this bucket right here, in this little 2-ounce cup. So, are y'all staying home for the weekend? Debbie says she heard you, Connie. Oh, yeah, we always sing gloom, despair, and agony on me, y'all. Oh! Construction items, including paint, yes. So, I guess anybody building anything, you're going to have to be like a rich person to do that these days. I made my petals kind of pointed over here, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do that. Just going to kind of go. But y'all, I'm so glad it's Friday. And who knew it was going to rain today? We were out there in the outside working, and here it comes. What? Doesn't that rain know we're trying to glitter candy canes, y'all? Among a few other things, but that's one of the things we're trying to do. And of course, here comes the rain. Whatever, y'all. All right, I'm gonna get some green. I don't have any green on this cross. Now what I did is I kind of started playing with this, and this green is half and half, Christmas green and mint green. So I really kind of like it because it's not real, it gives me a really, really what I would consider medium green. So half mint green, number 9, and half Christmas green. And I like it. I did it yesterday on something that Ashley's going to show y'all a sneak peek on Monday. Don't forget, we have sneak peek on Monday night for the month of June, and we've got some really cute stuff coming out. Y'all, I'm going to tell you a little bit. I'm over the rain. Oh, I am too. I painted a owl. It's kind of like a whimsical owl for the month of June. You'll see it Monday night. Y'all, I am in love with this owl. And Bruce was kind of telling me I needed to paint the owl like normal colors, you know, I don't know, brown. It's like, nah, I'm not feeling that. So what did I do? I painted it green and pink and white and blue. And y'all, it looks really, really good. I have to say, it looks really good, I think. I don't know, Bruce thinks that, but I do. He was like, you're not gonna paint it brown? Nah, it's kind of boring. That's not to say if you buy that out, you couldn't paint it brown, because you could, but I went whimsical. I think it's the cutest thing ever. All right, so I've got this little guy. So I think what I'm gonna do, is I'm gonna kind of come out here.
Ask them what they think they're seeing your dogs. That's helpful.
Hey, we got a dog that's kind of sick over here, as in we've been going to the vet. And our dog now is got some serious medical issues. Now, our dog is 13, and our dog can't have salt. Wondering if y'all have any good tips for dogs. Right now, we're just boiling chicken and feeding him that for any dog, because he's got some tumors and he's got congestive heart failure. So they're kind of serious issues. So we're trying to, you know, just do the best we can with not feeding him anything that he shouldn't be eating. If y'all have any tips for low sodium diet for dogs, please tell me in the comments. I don't know if y'all know this, but I'm a big dog person. Love animals. Always have. Straighten this up just a little bit more out here. Come out here just a little bit more. Okay. Then the only thing I have left is this pink right here. Actually, that was coral. And I think what I'm gonna do, I'm looking at my cross and I look like I've got a lot of good colors on there. Let's do some sky blue. How about that? I'm gonna do a little bit of sky blue right here. I didn't put it out here just because I've got to make my petals. So I'm gonna go this like like this, y'all. Okay, got my petals in here. There we go. All right. So I've got my flowers. I'm gonna turn this around. I'm gonna put the dryer on it for just a minute. That's my basic flower, right? I've still got to do my shading. And you can tell I got a lot of red paint on my letters. But you can see, basically I just have lots of paint on those flowers. I'm gonna see how coordinated I am, y'all. I have my doubts about this, but I'm gonna try, okay? Let me do this. Now, I'm trying to make a decision here, y'all, on, let's do it this way. Y'all can see a little better. On do we want, I'm gonna make a sled, a 3D sled for Christmas that I'll sell at the store. Trying to make a decision, do we wanna offer that as well in the Painters Club and Painters in the Making as a blank? I'm not sure. So here's the rails. Can y'all see? These would be the rails of my sled. Kind of long. I don't know how long these rails are. Hold on. Okay, they come up to my chest, so the rails have to be about 52 inches, right? Here's my, I guess I'm calling them rails, but they're really, I think they're runners. Not so, well, he said, the vet said, no salt for this dog. That's what he said, none. Salt is the enemy. That's what the vet said. And here's the top part of my sled. I haven't really decided if I like doing this or not. But this part of the sled would be kind of like that on the runners, if you can think of it that way. So, it's kind of big. Now this one says Holly Jolly Christmas. I don't know necessarily that we would do that. We might just do a Merry Christmas. I did this with a stencil. That's how I got all those little snowflakes in there, because you could never really do that with a brush and make it look good. So that's what's in there right now, but it's definitely a work in progress. I don't know, trying to make a decision. So y'all let me know if you think you like the sled. And there's the top part of the sled. It's a really pretty sled, but it's kind of big, y'all, so I don't know. Okay, I think I might have enough of the hairdryer on here. Okay, so let's turn this around. Let me angle this back down some, y'all. Okay. Now, while those flowers are still drying a little bit, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a little bit of white on these letters, just to kind of give it like a, almost like a drop shadow. So let me do that just to give it a little bit more depth. And I did this on my other sample and I liked it. I gotta put some water in here. Debbie said, I think it's cute, but we're gonna need bigger yards. Actually, this one I was thinking it would be more for the front porch or inside, because it won't be on stakes. It'll be a 3D sled that you would lean up against your, near your, like, you know, near your front door or near your Christmas tree. Because it's not gonna have stakes on it, but it's really pretty. But I tell you probably what I'll end up doing is once I finish it, and who knows when that's gonna be. It's a work in progress right now. I'll put it out there and show y'all how big it is. I think the only concern I have is it may be too big. That's the only concern I really have. As far as teaching it and y'all being able to do it, I think that, and then of course if people would want it, it's a real pretty piece, but it is big. All right, so I'm going to just kind of go over here and just put on the side. Okay, just on this side of the letter. And all it's to do is just to give that letter some, a little 3D look. That's all I'm trying to do. Now, obviously my red is still a little wet because I'm doing this for the video. So I'm trying to just kind of bring that white right on the outside of that red without bearing down. I'm trying not to bear down at all. Okay, let's see, A, okay, A. I keep looking at this picture over here because you know, when you paint, you think, oh, I'll remember what I did. No, not really. Not really. It might be a sign of old age, y'all. Or as my mother-in-law used to call it, the OA disease. OA for old age. I would laugh when she would do that. Okay, gonna put some of this right here. Like so. And you can just see the difference already. Look at what I've done in white and what I haven't done in white, you know? So it's not a lot of brush stroking, but it's a huge difference, I think. So I'm gonna just kind of keep going over here and going back over here. 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 And like so. Now while I have this, I'm going to just go ahead. Y'all know I have to put white highlights on everything. So that's what I'm going to do while I have this thing in my hand. Something like that. I like a lot of white on here. And if you don't, you know, if that's not your thing, then you don't have to do that. But I think if you put highlights on stuff and it's just a few brush strokes, it's not anything serious, then your piece just kind of gets a really good look to it. Now I'm looking over here at what I did, and I'm gonna do this, y'all. I'm going to go, because this piece, these flowers are kind of little, I'm not really gonna worry about shading them. I think if I start trying to shade, it's just gonna turn into kind of a mess because it's such a small space. So I'm gonna do that. I'm just gonna kind of do a little bit of an outline. And then I might do this. Okay, and that's the only green I have on the cross, so I'm gonna wash out my brush real quick. And then I'm gonna do, I've got a sky blue and a pink. So let's do some shading pink on here. I've got pink right there on that one. So I'll just kind of come in here and do it like that. And then while I have my brush, I'll do this. Kind of come in here and do that. I'll go up to there, like so. And then I'll probably just kind of do some little bitty brush strokes. Something like that. I don't see any other pink, so I can wash my brush out. In case y'all haven't, you can't tell, I spend half my life washing my brush out. Okay, and then this is a medium blue, so I'm gonna put a brilliant blue on it. Let me stir that up, it's kind of separated on me. So, inside the N. Oh, okay, you're saying I forgot part of that? Inside the N. All right, I'm just taking that brush and I'm just going like that. And then I'll do a few strokes. Something like that. I'm gonna have to come back and put some white on that too for some highlighting. Then I've got, well, I have this, I'll come in here and I'll do this is a brilliant blue that I have on the brush, on the sky blue right here. Something like that. And then of course I've got purple and orange. So let's do this. Let's do the orange over here right quick. Now also I'm gonna just do this because I like to kind of come back on top of my, a lot of times when I do a shading yellow, I'll come back and put a shading orange with it. You don't have to do this step if you don't like that color, but to me, it just puts a lot of color on there. And that's kind of the look I'm going for. And then I'll come over here. This is just shading orange that I have on my brush. And I'm going on top of my shading yellow shade. It is colorful, isn't it, Debbie? Yes, it's very bright. For whatever reason, though, that's just always what seems to sell at my place. And I don't know if it's just because that's what I've always done, or I think people just can see it from afar and that it's just pretty. Okay, like so. While I have that, I'll come over here on that coral and do that. And then I have to put a little bit more white on my flowers. But I'm almost done, y'all. I'm gonna put a teal right here, an outline of a teal, because I'm not gonna keep using this brilliant blue. I've already used it twice. So put something, a different color on there. That doesn't mean you can't use the brilliant blue. It just means that, hey Anna, how are you? I'm glad you could join me. I am just basically taking this cross right here and making it into the one I'm doing right now. Just freehanding some flowers is all I'm doing. Here we go. I got that. And then I'm gonna pick up a little bit of this dark purple. And I think what I'll do, because this is a darker petal, I think I will come back and do that in a light orange. Kind of go in the reverse of what we normally do. There we go. So I've got dark orange petals. I'm going to come back with light orange on the outline. Kind of do the reverse of what everything else is doing. Okay, almost got it, y'all. Almost got it. Do y'all have a lot of plans for the holiday weekend? We talked about going somewhere and then we decided, there'll be a lot of people, so we'll just stay home.
It's staycation.
Yeah, I guess they now call that a staycation. Just some brush strokes here and there. Now, I've got to put a little bit more white on my flowers and to do the end right here with a little bit more white, and we are done. All right. Right here. So on the flowers, I probably will do something like this. Now, if you don't like polka dots, you don't have to do that. And then I'll just do a little bit of dots here. Same right up. Get this to where y'all can see a little bit better. There we go. I'm gonna kind of do this down a little bit more. I don't think the angle will go anymore. I think I like the idea of some white polka dots, y'all. So I'll just do that over here. And then I will put a little bit of a white over here on the petal. I don't have a lot of room, so I'm having to be careful, y'all. I'm having to just hit it very, very, very lightly. I do need a little bit more white over here, I think. That didn't cover up. Okay. Got one more dot there. And then a little bit of white. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. I think I'm done, y'all. I'm gonna hold this up where y'all can see. So the last live I was on, I did this, just some blue streaking, dry brushing, whatever you want to call it. Since she came back from Louisiana today, traffic and construction's really bad, staying home this weekend. You know, Jane, that's exactly what I was thinking too, because it is just like, Well, I just go up and down 518. It's the main drag here in our little town. Well, our town's not little, in our big town. And the traffic is crazy, so I can't even imagine going on Louisiana. So I just put a white, I rolled on a whole coat of white on the background, a whole coat of then light yellow, and then I did my shading. Then I started on my letters, and I put my flowers on top of that shading because I wanted my flowers to be looking as in the front, as in they are the top layer of my cross. So that's why my flowers look so prominent. That and the fact that I put a lot of color on them. Thank you guys for joining me. Now, Ashley will be doing a sneak peek. And hey, Connie, can you bring me that birdhouse? I want to show them that. Connie's going to bring me the birdhouse. I don't know if I'm going to get this on the sneak peek, but y'all have to just kind of show you what I've been working on. Ashley will be on Monday night doing the sneak peek. And those of you in the academy, I will post a calendar probably over the weekend for what June's going to look like. Just, you know, what lives we'll be doing. And this is the bird feeder that I think Miss Debbie Tomlinson is won the, I put a little contest out there, see who could guess what it is. And this, let me put the camera up a little bit more so y'all can see. There we go. So here's my bird feeder, y'all. And you can see what I did is I did some screening right here, right?
That's so beautiful.
Isn't it cute? And then I painted this first and then Bruce put it together for me because I'm not into painting 3D objects. That's not my thing. To me, those are harder to paint. So looking at putting these out as blanks in June as well. And then Bruce put these on there. But I think what we might do is if we do this as blank, we'll probably have to put them together because I'm not sure that everybody at home has a brad nailer like what he has. But that'll kind of give you an idea of what the thing looks like. I did them in all sorts of colors, but this is the only one that I have put together. And then, of course, I think we got to get some chain. There'll be a chain right here. And then you can kind of carry it and hang it wherever you want to. So, anyway, that's my bird feeder. I've been meaning to make a bird feeder for I don't know how long. And I really like that idea of this screen right here. So, I don't know if this will be on the sneak peek on Monday, but we probably will be releasing this one in June. And y'all let me know if we can release it to where we just give you the pieces and y'all paint all the pieces and then you put it together on your own. Or we could put it together and then y'all paint it as a 3D object. But I will say painting a 3D object to me is harder than painting just a regular object that hasn't been put together. So y'all let me know in the comments what your thoughts are. Y'all have a good weekend. There's gonna be crazy people out there on the freeway, or on the highway. So if you go anywhere on the highway, drive like an old lady, like me. Well, maybe you're not an old lady, but I feel like sometimes I am. But y'all have a good weekend, and we will see you soon. Ashley will be here Monday night for the sneak peek. We'll talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.